What is going on, everybody? It is RangerMarcus or Marcus Rarement, and today we're going to be flipping for tin, looking for all types of herps with Yinan today. I will put his Instagram link in the bio. Before we get to today's video, we found some really cool herps this week, including some really cool snakes. So let's take you there first, and then we'll get back to today's video. All right, so we were just on the burn right there, and Bo just saw one of these guys, a black racer. Very, very deep in shed, as you can see. Look at that blue eye there. He already got me once on the finger there, on the pinky. This would be a really cool looking snake though. Has some really cool blue hues to it that it's kind of hard to tell. That's a little easier to... All right, so I'm now releasing this guy on the other side of the unit so he won't get all burned up. All right, go. Go, dude. I was just driving to get some drinks for the boys, and we just pulled up on a small little eastern diamondback. I don't have a snake hook to get this guy off the road, so that's going to be a bit of a troubling situation. I'm going to have to find a stick or something. This is a good looking guy. This is probably the smallest one I've ever seen. You can see how small that button is there. I mean, that could be a yearling. I mean, this is a snake that could be maybe a year old. Very small snake. Really cool to see on the road though. This guy's buzzing and he's hissing already. Look at him in that defensive posture. I'm gonna find a stick to get this guy off the road because I got work to do. But really cool to see this guy on the road. It's about 10 o'clock, maybe about 70 degrees, very humid outside. Very cool to see. Look at him slowly moving there. All right, let me go find a stick. All right, we got our prescribed burn right here. And this gopher tortoise has found a clay burrow here. Not very deep and not very sturdy, so I'm not sure why it chose clay instead of regular sand, but kind of interesting. Twice today now, I've seen a snake on the road. I'm fairly sure this is an oak snake here. So I'm gonna pick this guy off the road before this car comes and gets him. Well, it was in fact an oak snake, and he wants to be all defensive with me. It's like, bro, I just saved your life. That car just went by right over there. I'm saving your life here. This is a big oak snake here, probably 4.5 feet. One of the bigger ones I've ever seen here. Really cool. Very happy to have seen this guy. Well, I'm just gonna put this guy on the side of the road here and keep going on with my day. Look at the guy, just hanging. All right, let's put this guy on the side of the road here and go about our day. There is a turtle on the road over here. I'm gonna get it off the road over here. I can't tell from here if it was a slider or a box turtle or something. We're gonna check it out though. Looks to be a really cool looking box turtle. That's cool. It's a box turtle. And it has gone fully in its shell there. Well, I'm just gonna move this, let's see if it's a guy or a girl. I think it's a male. Those are flared scoots, maybe. Maybe it's just a female. Yeah, it's just a female. All right, well, I'm gonna move this female box turtle off the road here. All right, so Yinan and I just flipped a 5-line skink with a bunch of eggs right there, which is really cool. Something I have not seen in a very, very long time. Me either. So we just came up to a drift fence that has not been in use for a really long time, and somehow there is a coach whip inside. The trap right there, that funnel, is pretty high up there, so I don't know how it got in there. But that coach whip is in there somehow. It's a pretty big one too, so we're gonna somehow get it out. And if we weren't here to save it, I don't know what would have happened to it. Pretty cool though. So we got this snake under my frisbee there, and it is posing up very nicely for us. This one does not have very high black to it. More of a tan, kind of white color, if you can see in between those scales there. Still a really good looking one, about 4.5 to 5 feet. Very glad to have seen this coach whip. I've seen a coach whip just about every single time I come out here, so it's pretty cool to see. So we just flip this big log here, and we got a southern toad here, opening up its mouth. So there's a leopard frog right there in the middle of your screen.
And now we just flipped 2 eastern narrowmouth toads. This one right here is a lot better looking than that one. Cool frogs though. Now we just flipped a marbled salamander. First salamander of the day.
Along with the narrowmouth toad.
Oh yeah, and a narrowmouth toad. That's like the 5th one of the day. Now our second marbled of the day. Right there, we just flipped an ornate chorus frog. Haven't seen one of these guys in like 3 months. That's a really cool find for around here.
All right, guys, that is going to do it for me here in southern Georgia this week. We ended up finding 4 snake species. We found an eastern diamondback rattlesnake, which was my 20th individual out here. We found a big oak snake, a coach whip, and a black racer. And as for amphibians, we saw 8 narrowmouth toads. We saw a southern toad. We saw 3 marbled salamanders, a leopard frog, and an ornate chorus frog. If you guys made it this far in the video, thanks for watching. Like the video, subscribe to the channel. Peace.